Hello everyone and welcome back to another episode. So this is the video you all have been waiting for. Yesterday, Artificial Core, Eugene, the producer, and Pshak, the lead game designer, they had an AMA on Reddit where they basically asked me anything. So we could ask anything about Corepunk and they would answer it, maybe. They actually answered. I think I have about, what did I get? I have about 69 answers for you. So I have one thing to say to you all. Sit back, relax, because we're going through 69 questions and answers. And I'm not gonna talk about the questions that were not answered. I'm only gonna talk about the questions that is actually answered. And I removed some of them because some of them were duplicates and some of them were things where, everyone knows that. So let's go directly through it and yeah, let's start from scratch. So the first one is from Tasponai. Is being on higher position provides any advantage over other players like better vision? Eugene says yes, if you're high ground you can see players on low ground, but they can't see. So imagine you're standing on a mountain, someone is going around in a little maze, then you can actually see them, but they can't see you. We don't know yet if you can actually shoot down on another ground. If you can, that would be pretty cool, because then you can actually shoot down on them, like in a castle fight or something like that. But yeah, I'll try to not comment too much on each of them because, we just have to go through 69 answers. So, what are the conditions to get mounts? We only see them in beta. You need to reach a certain level and have some in-game gold. So no answer on if we are actually getting them in beta, but of course they are in beta. I think they will be in beta. I'm pretty sure they're going to be in beta. But yeah, okay, so it's like in World of Warcraft where you have to go up to a certain level and you have to go get some kind of gold. You can probably also get mounts from dungeon raids and so on, but you probably have your first mount before that. Is being on high position provide? That one was the same, but then I'm not gonna say his name, and he's saying, and or jumping, good question, man. And then Eugene says yes, jumping gives you a slightly better view. So it sounds like if you're like on the other side of a tree and you jump, you can just like watch over the tree. I think that's how he's meaning it, saying. Okay, Eugene, thanks for doing this, AmA. I just want to say up front that this one is from real, cause yeah, blah blah blah. And anyways, onto the question. The fans have never seen one of the most popular class archetypes from the RPG genre in Corepunk, the thief or rogue type of the class that utilize their cunning and trickery. Okay, so he's basically asking about, do we get an assassin? Eugene is saying, we love rogues too. One of Dwarf's weapon specs will be played more like assassin. We're currently focused on 6 heroes for CBT, close beta, but in the next 6 heroes pack, there will be more rogue/assassin heroes. So that means the 6 heroes we're getting right now, the Dwarf is the only one who's gonna have one of the 3 specs that will be some kind of assassin play. But the next package of heroes, the six last heroes, will have plenty more assassins. So that's pretty cool. So we know the Dwarf is going to have a gunner spec. We know he's going to have a rogue spec. What is the last one? I hope it's a tank. Hi, I have a few questions. Is there plans for player housing? And Eugene says, well, this one is from Cabox. Yes, but after release, that's fine. Just finish the game and come with other features later. Will it be encouraged to mainly have one character to play, or will it encourage to play multiple ones? Or is it possible to have just much fun with mainly the same character for years to come, or playing multiple different ones? You can do both, but there's enough depth in each character, many ways build and rebuild your character. So basically, yes, you can have an alt, but if you really want to be pro, then you probably should stick to one. It's going to be a hard, tough decision. Which one are you going to be maining? Will you run a model similar to Destiny 2 where you have small content drops and battle passes every 3-month season with a big expansion once a year? We are still working on it. Okay. How big is the map? And Eugene is saying we can't tell yet. And is there a way to change the color of armor and sword, dyeing them? You'll be able to get recolors of weapon and skins doing in-game activities. So no, you can't recolor your items like in Destiny and Elder Scrolls Online. But like in World of Warcraft, you can probably get the same item 3 times, different places, but in a recolored version. I like that. That's fine with me. Okay, Airman Finley. I hope I'm not butchering your name. Hey Eugene, hope everything is fine in the office and so on. Can you share any info about crafting system in the game? How many different crafting professions will there be? Hello, Will from Eugene. 4 crafting professions: weaponsmith, constructor, chemist, and mystic. Mystic sounds very interesting for me. 4 gathering professions: skinner, gather, miner, lumberjack. I think I will be lumberjack. It sounds really chilling to just run around and... No, I can't cut down trees, man. I'm for the Lanians. That's... No lumberjacks here. Okay, no lumberjacks here. Lanian, you know, save the forest. In regards to PvP, I have 2 questions. Will PvP scaling be normalized, less gear dependency, either the open world or instance? Second question, will there be some sort of PvP stat, or will you be able to earn artifacts through PvP that also will be useful in raids and vice versa? No PvP scaling, I like that. So depending on what gear you have, you're actually just good. So if you have really good gear against someone who has really bad gear, the good gear is winning. And of course we also have some skills in here, but I like that. I mean, if you have played 100 hours and you're going to play against one who have played 2 hours, I think it's fine that you're able to kill him. I mean, that's how it is. You invest, you get. And he also said, and yes, you can get artifacts in raids and use them in PvP. So it's basically like in World of Warcraft is right now, you know, you don't have any PvP stats, but the same item you get in PvP, the same item you get in PvE, you can use for the same thing. So that's nice. I like that. From Philip, the jump system will influence the battle dynamics. Can you dodge skills and attack by jumping over it or out of it? You won't be able to dodge skills with jumps. Okay, so we know jumping doesn't do anything for you. No matter what, you're going to be in this bubble here, and all the spells that is affecting this bubble, you get damage. And even if you jump, you're still in this bubble. Good. Thanks for that. I really like that. What are going to be craftable in Corepunk? Will we be able to craft cosmetic items? Yes, you can craft cosmetic items. Okay, that's pretty cool. Will we be able to choose the same talent more than once? For example, if I want to select mage 3 times, is it possible? Yes, some talents are like that. I'm not sure if Philip and Eugene is talking about the same thing here, because having 3 times mage will be like, why have the others then? I don't know. I need to see this one before I believe it. I need to see more. You stated in the previous QA that we won't be permanent stealth, which confirms that we will have stealth in first place, and the stealth will be short duration. How short are we talking about? Stealth duration will be closer to Dota than League of Legends, and no permanent stealth. I have no clue how long you can be in stealth in Dota, so someone please leave down a comment in the comment section and let me know. I don't know. Hey Eugene, hope everything is fine in the office and so on. Can you share me any info about the crafting system in the game? How many different blah, blah, blah. Okay, we already have answered this one here. You stated in the previous Q&A... Oh, okay, this one is a double. It's for some reason, Eugene, he double answered some of the questions. I'm sorry I didn't fill them out. I think it's because Eugene and Pshak was answering on the same account and they probably, you know, answered on the same one. So ignore those. What can we expect from open and closed beta? What are the specs requirement going to look like for Corepunk? 20 level cap and 6 playable heroes. On specs we're working on optimization, so we'll publish them a bit closer to test. Whoosh, that's a big one. From Goofiddle. Our champion kits are all the same difficult. For example, in the game video on 2 champions showcase had very easy looking kits similar to champs like Ashes and Garen in League. Are champion kits expected to have the same level of difficulty or blah blah blah? Yeah, okay, so he's basically saying, is champions going to have different, you know, grades? Are they going to be different? Yes, the difficulty will be various for playing a different weapon mastery on different heroes. Okay, so some of them will be easier than others. That's nice. So probably some of them, the harder ones is probably, you know, like require more skills from you. In terms of maximizing the DPS of the champ, our ability close focused in nature and some champs are auto attack focused. Okay, that's a long one. Let's just read the answer. You can build your hero in these different ways. ADCs still use abilities to maximize auto attack damage in most games. I need to have. Balance long fights such as raid bosses where champs idle until their abilities are back off cooldown while ADCs are constantly auto-attacking. Okay, so yeah, so he's saying that you can, you know, build whichever spec you want. That's fine. How are you going to handle cheaters, exploiters? Are you going to use a third-party provider like Easy Anti-Cheat? We'll use an internal tool and ban cheaters. Okay. I mean, it's really hard for people to actually, you know, Corepunk is a game that it's not fun to cheat in, because if, you know, you should never cheat, but in Corepunk, if you cheat and get banned, you have to buy the game again for, you know, probably 30, 40, 50, 60 bucks. But in League of Legends, if you cheat, you can just create an account again for free. So this is making the game much harder for cheaters to actually cheat in, because every time you cheat, you would have to buy the game again, and it will just be like a money sink. This question is from myself. And I'm saying, will there be a limit on how many people I can have in my guild? You know, I have the guild Blue Bambis, feel free to join. We're still testing it, okay, that's fine. Will guild have a social city like a guild hall? We'll work on them after release, same priority as level as farms and housing. Okay, that's cool. So we actually will get some kind of a guild hall, so me and my guild members, we can stand in our city and, you know, yeah, be social with each other. I like that, that's really cool. From Dark Nautical, will there be any attempts at closed arena PP or even something like akin to a MOBA? The gameplay seems well suited for very different types of PP. Yes, we'll have arenas and battlegrounds. So we already knew arenas and battleground. We are like, but that's cool. They actually confirm we also getting battlegrounds. Hey Artificial Core, would it be possible for you guys to elaborate what kind of role support character will be playing within the game? You know, tanks have tanks, DPS has the heal has heal. Support will mostly work through control, slide heal and buffs and debuffs. Okay, so it's going to be a crowd control, little healing, little buff and debuffs. Okay, so it's pretty much like in the Rift, for example. Rift also has a support role. So that's nice to know. When will open beta start? Estimated date. Will there be wipes after open beta? As we decided on buy to play model, we think there will be several stages of closed beta and then release. So basically what he's saying, guys, is that the first closed beta is probably first only gonna be for maybe content creators, some VIP people, some very moderators, so on. The next phase of closed beta is probably going to be for everyone, you know, everyone in the world, but you have to buy to get in. And then when they actually start with the open beta, it's still going to be, you have to buy to get in, but it's probably going to be soft launch. One of the questions later is actually going to answer this one, but that's probably how it is. So closed beta only for the invited people, then it's going to be closed beta for the people who actually buy it, and then it's going to be the soft launch. But he says only if everything goes well. Hello, will there be ways to increase drop rates from loot, for example magic fighting gear? We'll have a farmer talent branch. You'll be able to increase output from gathering profession and killing mobs. So probably no helping on actually getting better gear, but you know, getting more drops from crafting and so on. Okay, will there be attack move? Yes, that's very cool, because in Dota, for example, you can press A and then you can say go there, and then everything he meets on the way he attacks. So it's like Warcraft also. I like that. It makes the game dynamic. Will there be shift queuing commands like in Starcraft? I don't know what that is, but he says no. What sort of music do you guys listen to draw inspiration into the game? No taking about actually game music. Synthwave, Daft Punk and heavy metal. How will you prevent searching when 12 people are in 3 parties rolling together? We know about this issue. We won't making any content that incentives searching and their karma. Okay, so they're not going to make any content that will actually draw so many people to go in open world together. So there will be no useful thing for people in so big groups. So third people, you can just leave the doors right there. Will there be any sort of corpse runs? Yes. Yeah, we saw that from the gameplay video that is actually running in the background. Will you be able to move the camera, not player? Different keybinds like WSD? Yes, you can rebind keys. We use arrow keys as default for that. Okay, so yeah, you can move the camera with your mouse, or you can move it with, yeah, your keys. What is your opinion on difficulty of games like EverQuest, corpse rotting, losing experience point, developing health levels? We aim at WoW Classic difficult level. Okay, I like that. I like that. Not losing experience points and all that. Sucks. Oh, King Dave Jones, my friend. We know that the game will have legendary items. Will there be any difficulty to obtain? Is it possible to reveal secret and tell about one legendary from the game? Can't share yet. Damn it. We know that the karma system will be implemented in the game and one of the players will be able to become a sheriff. Can you learn more about this system? Sheriff will get clues to hunt down PKs. Killer can accept contracts from players to hit other players. Killer can accept contract from players to hit other players. It sounds very interesting. Will the game have really big bosses larger than the screen? Yet, yes, it is possible. Some bosses will have several impact points. That is so cool. So imagine in a raid with 12 people, you have a group here, you have a group here, and you have a group up here. And then you're like hitting the boss from different points. I like that. I like that. And it really helps on making the boss so big that so you can't see the whole boss in your camera. Thumbs up for that. Really cool, really cool. Will you be able to mix and match cosmetics? Yes. Hey, I was wondering when watching the latest gameplay if there will be any option I have to camera lock. Okay, yeah. Yes, you can do it. Most of the announcement trailer was shot in this way. So he's basically asking, can I lock the camera or can I, unlock it? And yes, you can unlock it and lock it like in League of Legends. Hey yo, I just wanted to ask something. Gearing system. It looks like an ARPG, so will the loot system be more like ARPG more than MMORPG? We have mechanics for random stats on items drop like an ARPG, but drop level will be closer to MMORPG. I'm trying to go through them a bit faster because, there's a lot. Hey Eugene, glad you guys have decided to make an AmA. How do you guys see the future of the game after release, additional tweaks after it? WoW expansion like, maybe something else. Also concern about the Unity for an MMO has been raised not too long ago on the Discord, since it's told to be less secured and generally not as good for this genre. Hey Dragom, oh that's from Dragom. I'm trying to answer as fast as I can for sure, whatever it's rude not to grade everyone or thanking everyone in order to keep answering fast and clean. Our next big update after release will be on guild halls, farms and player housing. Unity is technically one of the best engines in the world. It evolved significantly over the last 2 years. It's a beast. Don't worry. Thanks for your support. I'm 100%. I think Unity is going to be good. Because, look at Albion Online. It runs perfect. I know Crowfall has doesn't have the best view right now. It has very bad FPS right now. And that's why people now think that Unity is a bad choice. So, I think Crowfall was made in Unity, wasn't it? Oh, okay, don't hang me up at that. Will the game have constant number of classes coming out? Yes, we plan to do just that. Will the game have constant number of classes coming out? Okay, so yeah, they're gonna release more heroes all the time, like League of Legends and so on. That's pretty interesting. I hope I'll get it to get it correct. Is the game more inclined for PvE activities or PvP? You can reset points but can't change talent trees once you choose them. You can reset points but can't change talent trees once you choose them. Wow. Okay, so this is gonna be like in Diablo 2 and Crowfall. So when you first set your talent tree, you can't change them. Okay, I need to know if that's the one that is class specified or the one where it's the one everyone can use, where you can use the mage, the warrior, the harvester and all that. Will there be a cap level? Yes, it's 40. And then he says other answers by are good, thank you. And is there a trinity system, healer, tank, DPS? Yes. Will items impact on abilities besides just numbers increase such as visuals or even effect? Yes. Okay. Hello Eugene, Boast here. Oh, okay. Boast, he's hiding under proper virtus. Would you please tell us what other social professions will be in the game besides sheriff, hitman? Good luck, have fun, and thanks for the AmA. Hello. They are still in early dev stage, so can't share info on them yet. Hey, I have a question. Will Corepunk have mythic dungeon like in WoW? I think it would be difficult to to those looking for it. I think it will give difficulty to those looking for it. We'll have a similar mechanic in dungeons, but not exactly as Mythic Plus. They probably have some kind... I heard something about they have randomized dungeons where it will be harder. Hey there, I was wondering if Profession will have big impact on PvE, like the player-made gear be sought after raid dungeon gear, vice versa. Also Profession, I'm sure there will be a gathering and most of the games will have bots, multi-boxers, abuse gaffers, just wondering how bots will and multi-boxers be handled. Hello, top level crafters, few people on server, will have chance to craft raid level gear. We'll use our tools to identify and then we'll use the bad hammer on them. So they don't want multi-boxers, it sounds like. World of Warcraft is not doing anything to them because it's basically people who are paying for 5 accounts. But it sounds like Corepunk, they don't want 5 accounts with key bindings. Any updates on the possible of Linux support? We are focused on Windows right now, but I personally love Linux and also looking forward for this platform release. Unity does that anyway, it just takes more time. I don't think there's many games supported on Linux, is there? But I think it would be pretty revolutionary if they support Windows, Linux. If they should, support Apple, I don't want to comment on that. Will you have an Australian Oceanic region server? Low latency seems to be extremely important for the gameplay. Yes, the company we are partnering with on hardware infrastructure has servers in Oceania, so I hope it won't be a problem. That's cool. Are the starting region connected with chosen class races? Not yet. Okay, so it sounds like right now everyone starts the same place, but it will probably change later on. Will there be like mini games or social activities? I love MMORPGs where you can take a break from the main game and just goof around with friends. Thanks for doing this, AmA. We're considering them, but at this point, while we are focused on core features, thank you. Okay, so maybe later. Hey, thanks. What number of players in each team are being designed for? We are currently aiming at arenas 1 vs 1, 2 vs 2, and battlegrounds 12 vs 12. I like that, but it's still VIP. Okay, the 12 vs 12 sounds really fun. I'm a big fan of 1 vs 1 and 2 vs 2. I'm probably gonna do that a lot, but 12 vs 12 is wow. I hope it's gonna be something like Arafi Basin, where you have to control bases or something like that. Will you support both rank, for example using ELO ranks and unranked play? Yes. Will there be gearing system through PvP? Yes. I like that. Will there be pet classes, so if you wish to type of pet you can use, will taming bees possible? We have pet classes planned for release, but not in our first closed beta. So the pet class is coming later. How many characters can be created per account? We haven't decided yet, but there'll be a limit. I think that's kind of, if they're gonna keep releasing new heroes in the game, and you want to try the new heroes, but you already have 6 heroes, so you can't create more. I think they should do like Guild Wars 2, where you can then buy new slots for maybe €5 or something like that. But yeah, I just want to be able to test all the classes without deleting a class. Hey Eugene, how long do you think it will take average players to reach max level? Also, can you level doing mainly PvP? Around 80 to 100 hours to reach level 40. Yes, you can mainly level on background. So that means if I need to use 80 hours and I have to divide it with 24, I need to use 3.3 days to level to max level. So that means when the game release, I need to not sleep for 3 days. Okay, I can do that. Skip sleeping for 3 days. No worries, I'm gonna get world first. World first, everyone. Here's my question. Do you already know... Sorry for not reading up your names, but I just want to go through this faster for you. Here's my question. Do you already know the PvP battleground will work, or can you tell something about it? Is the level cap or scaling? Can I join from everywhere or just from the city, something like that? What kind of BG are playing, and how long will the fight normally take? One-on-one. Time to kill without a heal. Thanks again. There will be several battleground mechanics like captured flag, control points, deathmatch, and we are thinking MOBA-inspired 3-lane map. So great. Just from cities. Okay, so you have to go to the city, you have to talk with the PvP guy, and he will be queuing you up. One-on-one fight, not as long as WoW, and not as fast as in League. Okay, so it's gonna be something between League and WoW. WoW can easily be like a 2-minute match. League is like 10-second match. So it's probably gonna be something like 30 to 1 minute. 30 seconds to 1 minute. Will artifact skills have the damage or only utilities such as movement speed? Yes, there will be damage skills on artifacts. Hey Eugene, in the trailer you show off a couple of puzzles in the dungeon. How many have you created those far, and how complex will they be to solve? Will you add more characters later down the line? Do you have very artifact boss yet? We add 6 heroes in later CBT and definitely on release. Okay, so he didn't want to answer on the puzzle. I want to know if some of the artifacts besides weapon will be class specific, or will all artifacts be usable by all character classes? Hey, all artifacts can be used by all character classes. Okay. Will we see some sort of resistance value, nature resistance? We only have armor and magic resist. I like that. Keep it simple. Keep it simple and good. Other than orc with a minigun, will we have any other unconventional classes in Corepunk? Maybe a samurai class, for example. Sorry, I just love katanas. This is from Rashi. We have a great samurai skin on champion with katana and everything. Okay, so you can just play this champion, you know, the guy with a big two-hand sword, and there's gonna be a samurai skin for you. And are you guys considering implementing party mounts like Final Fantasy XIV, for example? It would be cool to have some sort of mount where you can carry more players. Yes. Yes. How about Ukrainian languages in game? Hey from Kiev. We'll be trying to localize as many of European and West regions as we can, but we don't know how many we'll manage on release. For me, I just need English. English. How many players can be on the Realm server? Still testing, and it will be thousands. How do you plan to avoid from RMT and gold item sales in the game? We'll do our best. What about the third-party software for custom UI, for example? What about third-party software for custom UI, for example? No. I like that. Keep it simple. Don't have add-ons, don't have customized, just no. Play the game as it is. Boom. Any special programs for condition for content creators? Maybe some unique info on early access on test servers? We'll have info on the closer to CBT. Right now we're focused on development. Yeah. I mean, as a content creator, I don't need special information. I don't need, I don't need VIP stuff. Just let the game be developed, and, the content creators will know when the content creators will know. Maybe when the game releases and they have some kind of a big expansion ready, and they want all the content creators to be ready to do something when the expansion drops, I will understand that. But now, just, let them finish. What about is the game going to be solo or small group friendly to play? What about casual play or people wanting to do nothing to do with PvP? My wife only wants to deal with PvE casually and hates PvP, so she has veto power where it isn't any concept for her type. There are solo dungeons you can spend majority of your time in there, and most of content can be played by small groups. I really like solo dungeons. It's gonna be so fun to stream that. So this one is from Shivo. When it comes to game difficulty in dungeons, will there be different in-game dungeons to have different difficulties, or are you aiming for them all being somehow the same? If they're the same, have you come to a conclusion on if they should have heroic mode for more advanced players? Hello, all dungeons will have various difficulty. That's cool. So they basically reusing all the dungeons instead of trashing them. Will be the level caps for beta and release. 21st level on closed beta and 40 when release. Oh, so we're not gonna be able to test the full game on closed beta. So that means I can't even make the roadmap ready for, well, okay, that's gonna be interesting. Do you plan to conduct a live broadcast with participation of bloggers before start of the closed beta? Hey Dave, we plan to invite active community members, representatives of guilds, and influencers to our first closed beta. I think he didn't. Yeah, I think, he was asking about a stream, and he was answering about the game. The game sounds great, but I've got one caveat. Any chance to see WASD movement option implemented? I can't be the only gamer here without ruined wrist from all the point-click games. We plan to implement controller support a bit later, but no VASD. So I don't want to say I hate VSD, but I don't need it. I just want to click. But the controller one, I like that. I really like the controller one, because that means I can put it on my very big TV. I can lie down on the couch, and you know, I can basically play with this one. I can play with this bad boy. It's wow. I'm looking forward to that, and I hope also it will come to console and it will have cross save. Yes. So fishing, yes. He's like, yes. Will there be a druid class? Yes. Oh, I like that. I like that. I really want to see what the druid class can do. What will be a huge difference between this and Albion Online? Yes. Yes. So that's the most important thing, guys. The difference between Albion Online and Corepunk is yes. Will water mounts be available? Will it be possible to set up to 200 weapons for Orc? We plan to add more water content after release, including water mounts. Okay, that's gonna be a water expansion like Rift did. No, not right now. Warrior Fury spec? Sorry for doable take, but it highly appreciates a bit more info on the constructor profession. Would it be easier to translate for the Russian folk? Would be easier to translate for Russian folk. Weaponsmith, craft weapon, artifacts, artifact smith, constructor, craft artifacts. Oh, weaponsmith, craft weapons, artifact smith, constructor, craft artifacts. Okay, so if you're a constructor, you craft artifacts. If you're a weaponsmith, you craft weapons. I'm probably going to be a weaponsmith. I like crafting weapons. Thank you all for your hard work. Super excited to see about the game. Will you support 21.9 monitors? Will the FOV increase, or will it just be cropped? That is the most important part, because I have a 21.9 screen, you know, one of those very, very long screens. Sure, you'll be more, but Fog of War of radius will be the same. So imagine if you have a small screen like the standard screen and you have like a wide screen, I can see more than you, but because of Fog of War, I will not be able to see people unless I have a friend over here. So you can say if you have a 21.9 monitor, 32.9 monitor, it's not going to be cheating because you can still not see around you because of Fog of War. But of course, if you have a full party standing like on a high line, then you're probably going to be able to see those. But that's the same in other games. In World of Warcraft, you can also see more on the right side, and Albion you can also see more. So you know, that's just how gaming is. People will be maybe in the end forced to get a 21.9 screen. I don't know. What are your plans for release? Is it going to be soft launch and open beta? What content are you planning to add after the launch? Will all 12 heroes classes be available to play on launch? If CBT closed beta goes well, we consider soft launch. 12 heroes will be playable on launch. What happens if you die? Similar in like in WoW? Yes, almost like in WoW. Okay, so you probably have to corpse run, or you can, you know, rest at the corpse, you know, rest at the spirit healer, and then probably get some debuff. Will character slots be monetized? Hello, thank you. No plans for that yet. Okay. So all character slots is gonna be free. Are there hidden dungeons and quests and so on? Yes, there are both. Okay, so there's probably gonna be some dungeons that you need to know how to get to. And of course, when everyone knows about it, then it will be a normal thing. But for new people, they will probably miss it. My question is, will there be an auction house for trade things? Yes, for auction house. Will there be the crafting mats tradable for player locked? Mats are tradable. Will there be weapon and stuff tradable? Yeah, sure, but some items will be bind on picked up and some will be bind on equipped. You can trade bind on equipped. Okay, so it's basically like World of Warcraft. Can you explain how PP worked? The FAQ talks about PP toggle, but the forum talks about PP everywhere. PP toggle is for players not accidentally hit anyone, but you can toggle off PP, and yes, start location and towns are safe. Okay, so towns is safe and start location will also be safe. That's cool. It reminds me a bit of Albion. Any planned release date? Will this be on Steam? No exact release date yet, and no plans for Steam yet. How legendary items gear works? Are they unique? For example, one person can only have it on one server, and so on. The process for getting some legendary items will be difficult, that only few people will be able to get them, but no actual limit. I wanted to ask if Corepunk will support RTX. RTX is the thing you can do with your graphic card so the game looks better. And yeah, it will look better, but probably also use more resource. RTX support is planned, ESP with so many cores for that in 3080. The new graphic card from NVIDIA. Will the game be supplemented with DLC and storylines like WoW? Yes, we plan on big updates to the game as we go. Is the world planned to expand? For example, will there be hidden island or portals to other planets? Yes. Will it be possible to upgrade weapons, insert runes into it and like that? Yes, enchantment and runes into slots. Okay, so it's gonna be like enchantment like in WoW and runes like Diablo. Do you plan to develop lore through cinematics? Yes, but later on. Okay, so we're not gonna see cinematics now, but they're gonna be later. Will the players have to wipe the walls to find secret passage? Not sure, but there will be secret passage you can find. Will cosmetic item be tied to a specific hero specialization, or will there be items available to every hero? We'll have both. Some are universal and other are specific class or group classes. How do you pronounce Pshak's name? And then Eugene writes P, I don't know. And Enrique has also said, I am now more confused than I was before. Will we have a deeper look at the 6 classes available to us during the closed beta coming December? Personally, I'm very interested in what the demon class is. Also wondering just have some seamless world and so on. 1. We'll show the demon in closed beta. 2. We have true open world, no loading screens in open world. 3. Crafting system is inspired by Aeon, to use a fewer words. Okay, I don't think I've played Aeon before, but probably good. Hello, do you plan to add fishing and cooking as professions? Sure, fishing is cooking is great. Fishing is cooking is great. Just not on the closed beta. Okay. Okay, that was all the 69 questions from, that was answered by Eugene and Pshak. And then Eugene, he says, thanks for your question. It was our first AMA on Reddit. We had a great time. See you in the beta. Stay safe and healthy. So, thanks for watching, everyone. That was all the questions we had from Eugene. And that took us 37 minutes to go through. So thanks for watching, and let me know in the comments if you have any questions about the game. Maybe I'm able to answer, maybe not. But else, see you in closed beta.